Now the manager of the core kidney. Dr. Hogan, you can just sit over here. You can sit over here. Want you on the stage. So Christina will be introducing our family. She's our manager of the core kidney program.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here today. I would like to introduce a very special family, the Carrasco family. If you can please come up here. So while they're coming up, I'd like to tell you a little bit about them. We have a history with them. Back in 2011, Dr. Rastogi was invited to talk, and they invited him to a barn, and I'm sure they're going to tell you the story. So we go way back. Please come up, Melissa. Please come up. Yes, please. So Mrs. Carrasco, this is a very kind family. They just fill our hearts every time we speak to them, every time we're with them. Very special family. Mrs. Carrasco has PKD, and her husband, Mr. Carrasco, Dr. Pete Carrasco, is their son, and Melissa, she's their daughter-in-law wife of Dr. Pete Carrasco. So while they're sitting, so we invited them here today because, first of all, like I said, we go way back, and we wanted them to talk because they have, Mrs. Carrasco, her husband, son, they have 3 children. Dr. Pete Carrasco is here, and they have 10 grandchildren, 9 great-grandchildren, a total of 24. So I introduce you to Mr. Carrasco.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much. And first of all, before we even start, I would like to thank Dr. Rastogi for allowing us to come before you and share our experience with PKD. This is my son, Pete Jr., my lovely daughter-in-law, Pete's wife, and of course my wife. Her real name is Beatrice, but I didn't find out that was her name till I married her, because I'd always called her Molly. And when we had to get our paperwork ready to get our marriage license, we had to go through to get her birth certificate and so forth, and there was no Molly, but there was a Beatrice, and we found out that was her. So I had a hard time adjusting from from Molly to Beatrice, so I just forgot Beatrice, and I've always called her Molly. In any case, we've been married for almost 58 years now. We have 3 children. We have 2 daughters besides Pete. Pete's the oldest, and then I have 2 daughters. And we have, of course, I have 1 daughter-in-law and 2 son-in-laws, and 9 grandchildren, and that's actually 11 great-grandchildren. First of all, I'd like to make a few comments about the devastating effects that PKD has had on our family. My wife's family consisted of 5 brothers and 7 sisters. Their father had PKD. Of those 12 children, 10 of them were childbearing children. They had kids of their own. Of the 10 childbearing siblings, 50% of them inherited PKD from their father. My wife was one of those 5. 4 of the 5 that inherited PKD passed it on to their children. Not all of their children, but some of their children had PKD. Well, my wife Molly, very generous person, she passed it on to our 3 children. And I have 2 daughters that passed on the PKD to 2 of my grandchildren. My daughter Patty, she's the second. She follows Pete. She had a kidney. She had a transplant. Found a donor. That donor happened to be her cousin. And she had that in 2011 and is doing well. But my daughter Stephanie, our baby, she'll be starting hemodialysis in the very near future now. She's already had her fistula surgery. So dialysis is just around the corner for her. I'm going to mention a few words about my role as a caregiver for my wife. On September 1st, this coming September 1st, it'll be 2 years that my wife will have been on peritoneal dialysis. When we first found out that she was going to dialysis, we knew it was coming because we were going to her nephrologist, and I looked at the numbers. I'm one that goes in with her and takes my clipboard and takes notes. I still do that when she has appointments with her nephrologist, which is Dr. Rastogi. I go in with my clipboard and I listen to the lab reports and so forth, and I ask a lot of questions. And if I don't get them cleared up, then I depend on my son to brief me. Now, Dr. Rastogi says this, and he usually is able to put it in layman's terms so I can understand it. I don't have a medical background. It's sometimes very difficult to be a caretaker. And one of my jobs is that when she gets discouraged and she feels really low, it's my job to pick her up. And one way or another, I have to pick up her spirits. And the first thing I tell her, hon, we have to do dialysis. You say you love me, and if you love me, then we need to continue dialysis because it's buying us time. We'll eventually get a donor, and I truly believe that. We pray together. In fact, on the way over here, we pray all the time. And I think that this PKD has improved our faith. And I think it's given us the strength that we need to cope with the effects of PKD in our family. As you know, those numbers are very high. To have that many PKD, in our family. Those instances of PKD are very high. Since we started coming to UCLA over 2 years ago now, I haven't missed a single appointment with my wife. I attend various kidney workshops that Dr. Rastogi has here at UCLA, and we both attend. Sometimes we bring our daughter, sometimes my son comes with us, but we try and attend most of the workshops that are held here at UCLA. And this has also turned us into advocates for PKD awareness. As you're well aware, there isn't the awareness that there should be throughout the world about kidney disease. Now, if you watch TV, you'll see that there's even commercials now on Alzheimer's disease, cancer, and for stroke victims, but even on diabetes. But I've never seen in television a special on kidney awareness. So we need to work on that. We've been coming to the UCLA Kidney Fair for 3 years now. This last time we attended, and we formed a team. We called it Team Molly. And by the way, that was Dr. Rastogi's suggestion, and I thought that was great. So we called it Team Molly. We had a picture on our green T-shirts. On the back, we had the words Polycystic kidney disease, and there was a space. We put donor wanted. And then there was our website address, which is kidneyforgrandmamolly.com. The 4 is the actual numeral. And we do that. There's a twofold purpose of doing that. Of course, very evident, we do that hoping that we will get a donor to come forth. And the other reason for being there is to be advocates and to get out there and tell people that there is such a thing as kidney disease and that more people need to get involved in different ways. We developed that website, and on that website, it's not just, I kind of am I do most of the speaking for that. I wrote the script with my wife's help, but we answer questions, and then in that same website, there's other information about living kidney donors. It's a great presentation that this gentleman gives about donating kidneys. I'm going to be very brief. I was trying to be brief, concise, and to the point, but I might have got off the track and talked off the cuff, but what I have to say is really important. And I want to thank all of you that are here. I know that there's a lot of medical people here that are here because of Dr. Rastogi and the other co-host bringing this together. This is great. There needs to be more of this throughout the United States and probably throughout the world. I hope that someday there will be a multidisciplinary kidney center here at UCLA where the various medical specialties that provide for kidney disease, that provide treatment for kidney disease patients can be all in one site. Our dream is that this multidisciplinary kidney center will not only provide treatment and education for kidney disease patients, but also will provide various multidisciplinary medical teams an opportunity for networking, collaboration, and research in the various areas of kidney disease. With that, I want to thank all of you for being here, and we hope that you have a safe trip home, and God bless all of you and your families. By the way, I didn't throw a punch at my wife. It was actually carpal tunnel surgery here at UCLA.
And I'd like to introduce you to you their son, Dr. Pete Carrasco.
Thank you so much. Thank you once again for allowing my family to be here amongst the great minds that are proactive for polycystic kidney disease. And Dr. Rastogi and his team, Dr. Aman, Dr. Novak, are individuals who provide the utmost quality of care to every patient that they meet. And I can say that because I am one of their patients on the clinical trial for tolvaptan. And this month marks my 3rd year that I've been on tolvaptan. And it's been a crazy ride, to say the least. When we talk about volume in water and urination, my wife can attest that I'm in the restroom all the time. And sometimes to see patients can be difficult when you have to use the restroom. It's hard to concentrate. But let's talk about specifics when it comes to the drug tolvaptan and what results that we got in order to get the drug approved. Initially, when I came to here at UCLA and they did baseline labs, I had a GFR of 48, and my creatinine was at 1.6. Well, we drew labs this month with Dr. Novak, and my GFR is now 55, so it's gone up 7 points, and my creatinine is down to 1.4. I feel fantastic, and I wish that my sisters could have had this drug. But regards to the cycle of water, I crave water all day long because I'm urinating all day long. But that is a minor inconvenience for me to present these values that I've given you today. So with that being said, UCLA will get their kidney center because we have such great minds behind the scene. Dr. Rastogi, his staff, his colleagues, the lovely couple, Dr. Kamgar and Dr. Novak, Dr. Aman. We're blessed to have great minds to collaborate with other great minds. With that being said, I want to introduce my mother, Beatrice Molly Carrasco.
Thank you so very much. You have made my day. I am the star today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I just want to say I am not a public speaker, but I'm going to speak from my heart. And one of the major and most important things that I can say right now is that everyone here today that took the time to be here present to support each and every one of us that is in need of something, whether it be a kidney, a heart, a liver, whatever. But kidneys is our thing right now. And I thank all of these great minds and all these beautiful people that came to share the day with us. Dr. Rastogi that continues to support me, continues to say, no, don't give up. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to try this and clinical that. And I said, doctor, stop. And he said, no, we're never going to stop till you get your kidney. He keeps me on that positive drive, that positive mode. And how can I not respond with the things that he tells me I have to do? I've just been so blessed to have him come into my life because he supports me totally. His staff, Joe, the whole Davidia staff, Christina, she's my right hand. Doctor says it's his right hand, but she's my right hand too. And they've just been amazing, amazing, amazing people. And they're amazing not only because of their professionalism. The one thing that I have noticed is their caring, the love. It's just so genuine. It just like lifts you. I mean, even if you are down, they bring you up because they care. They want the best for you, and they're not going to stop until they achieve that goal. And I am so grateful that I stumbled into Dr. Rastogi, and we won't go into that part, but he knows the story, and I will forever be grateful to him and his staff and all the UCLA people that we have met. And through this journey that I've been on, I have met so many beautiful people. Big hearts, caring. I don't always remember their names. They sometimes remember mine, but we look at each other and there's a connection there. There is a connection. And I just want to tell all of those people that have crossed my path or I have crossed theirs that you are in my heart and in my prayers always. And I thank you all for that. God bless you all.
So, Dr. Torres, if you can come. That's a special gift for the Carrasco family that I would like Dr. Torres to give.
A kidney.
It's a small one. All right. Thank you, the entire family. And I just want to say that how grateful I am to Molly. I got an email, it was about a year ago, and actually I was at the FESA meeting. Yeah. This was in Montana, and we didn't have good connection there. Yeah. And I got an email from Molly, and I said, who's Molly? And I had to call Joe. This was over the July 4th weekend. Right. And that's when I found out that her name was actually Molly, because I was Beatrice. But I just want to say how grateful I am to you, Mr. Carrasco, your son, and you have supported all of these things that you have done, the fairs, the U-Keeps. They drove all the way. How far did you drive from?
About 80 miles.
80 miles. So they come from 80 miles for the PD and but every time, and I know how busy you are, Dr. Carrasco. So, and we haven't heard from his beautiful wife.
She's a great supporter.
Yeah.
I'm just a driver. I'm an Uber driver.
But it's just been just an amazing ride, and I just want to thank everybody. But one round of applause for the Carrasco family. And this is a small gift. What did it say?
The Carrasco family for your exceptional contribution to UCLA Core Kidney Program.
Yeah. So thank you very, very much. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the stage. All right, guys, that's exactly why we're here. And if anybody wants to find more information about the study, about tolvaptan, about ADPKD, they're always available. And now we're about to wrap up. So first of all, I just want to thank everybody for coming today. I know it was a long day. Thank you very, very much. Please do fill out your CME forms, because if you don't, you won't be getting the CME credits. If there's anything that we need, this faculty that you have over here today, you can't get better faculty than this. This is creme de la creme. And if there's any questions you have, you can email us, and I'll be very happy to answer them. And I wish you a very happy weekend and a safe drive back home. And there are a lot of places in Westwood if you want to try out. And thank you very, very much once again. Thank you.